Welcome back to AB Shop. The 3D CAD modeling can be very useful for a workshop. I will give you a very simple example of how to do something. The base notion, or maybe the base of the base, but hoping that this will be convenient for you and for your workshop too. Okay, first of all, I start from a scratch. In this case, I have to make a simple steel block that have this dimension. So this dimension, in my case, is 14, the other dimension is 50, and the last, to obtain a volume or a 3D block, is also 13. So from here to here. So this is the very simple steel block that we want to make. Also, this steel block have a cut in this position that arrive to the other surface. There is in the upper hole that is passed through, and here there is another special hole where the bigger is not passed through and the smaller yes. So we want to make this simple steel block. Before modeling, this is the only equation that you have to remember. If you understand this, and in particular if you remember this, you will understand the 3D program. So here is right that a 3D is a volume. So a model, a 3D model, it's a volume and can be obtained, for example, starting from an area by a length equal square meters by meters equal cubic meters, or in inches, square inches by inch equal cubic inches. And so we have right that a 3D it's a volume, as you can see. You have to imagine a plane like this that have a number, a area that is moved for this length or by this length. And this area will generate a volume, so a cubic meter or a cubic inches. If you understand this, you understand all the 3D. And the last is to remember that this volume can be in addition, or this volume can be cut, and so you will make a hole. We have to start to make a scratch like in the paper, but from a plane. The plane will be our new paper. And so we go to select a plane. We make a scratch, so we select a scratch, and we go to make a rectangular. The rectangular will be the base that we have make after in the paper. So what you see now is a rectangular that now we go to give the dimension. So we select dimension or quote, and we make this that will be 50 like the scratch. So we write 50, enter, and the other one we go to make the other dimension that we saw before, and we write 14 and enter. And now we have to see that this is a solid, so we will make a extrude. So we will make a function that give to this the other dimension, that in our case was 50. So we write not 10 but 40, sorry. We start from the middle, that is like this. So 7 and 7. And after we give OK. This is our steel block. And now we have to select one plane of this steel block, like this one, for example, to make the hole or the cut. So we select to make a circle, so we will make a hole like this. So we give the radius, so we select quote, and this is the diameter, and we give the dimension that is 6. This is the dimension of this hole. Enter. Now we have to say where is this hole, so we make a distance from the center to this side of the block. Okay, that is 6 also. And also we make a line to say to the computer, to the PC, that this hole is in the center of the block. And it became black, so this means that there is all the dimension. We decided to cut and not to add, and so we will obtain a hole, because we are making something like a cut and not an addition. Now I want to select to pass through. Okay, I can also modify. You can modify the depth. In this means that okay, I give this, and so this is the depth that is more than the block, and we say okay. And this is okay. We make enter, and we obtain the first hole of 6 mm. So we cut a volume. Now we select the plane, and we make another circle, so to obtain that special holes. So we give the dimension that is 12, and also we give a depth for this hole. Okay, so we decide to cut. This is the cutting function. Okay, he asks how many will be the how many millimeters do you want the depth of this hole, and we write 9, and we say okay. And so as you can see, there is a hole that stop before the end. Okay, we have made the hole, the special hole. And now we have to select another plane where make the cut that you see in the scratch. So we go here, we select this plane. Okay, we are normal, and we make a scratch. The scratch that we will make will be like a rectangular, so like this, and we give the dimension of the rectangular of this digging. So from here to here we say that is 15. After we have to say that the depth, so we cut, the depth is 6 mm. So the function is to cut. It is cut, so this is this surface that will cut a volume, because the depth is 6. And we say okay. And now we have to make the last hole, and after is finished. So we select the plane where we want to make the hole, that is like this. We make a scratch in this plane. We select the circle because it will be a round hole, so another time circle. We start to make in the center like this, and now we give the dimension of this hole, that will be 6, because it is for a screw of M6. And after we have to say the distance between the center of this hole, so we make a line from that to that C is in the center, and now the distance from the center. So we select the distance, and we say that this center from this edge is 6. And so we digit 6 and enter. Now we have to make a cut, so an extrusion. Cut, we multiply this surface by the length, we will obtain a cut, as you can see. And this is the end. We have make the steel block. Okay, now we select a plane like before. This is the plane that we select, and here we make the axis, because this is a revolution part. This is a bar, round bar, so we have to make the drawing of the axis before. This is the first, and now this is the axis. And now we will go to select the line, and we will make the drawing of half of our T-nut. So the shape is a T, and we will make the area of half a T, or something like this. This is the area that we have now to make the dimension. So we select the dimension, or quote if you want. So dimension, we decide in particular the diameter. This is 10, so this will be 5. So we write 5 and enter. Okay. This is 12 of diameter, so sorry, 12, 20, so it will make 10. Okay. Enter. The distance between this and this, that is 10, so we write 10 and we push V or enter. And the last, that is from this stage to this edge, that is 6, so we write 6 and enter. And now we are ready to make the revolution, so to multiply the area by the diameter. So we select the revolution. This is the area, there is the axis, and this is the preview. So this is the round bar, the T-nut that we will obtain, as you can see by the preview that the CAD have made for us. So for us it's okay, the revolution, the axis of the revolution is this, and so we have only to confirm and also to write to push the enter. So V or push OK. So this is our T-nut. And now we will make a screw hole in the front, in particular an M6. So we will go to select the screw function that is wait for a surface, and but before we choose M6 in this case. This is the depth, that is okay, of the screw and also of the hole to make the screw. And after there will be the section. So this is the surface, sorry, not the section, the surface, and we want in the center. So we will select the center. This is the center, and we say OK with the route button or with enter. Okay, so this is the preview of our screw hole. That surface is only to remember us that is not a normal hole, but it's a screw hole. And the last is to make chamfer. So we make a very small chamfer that usually is made in the lathe, that it will be 0.5 by 45 degree, and we select this edge, this and the last one, and we say OK. And so we have make the T-nut. My small tutorial is finished. In the next part we will see something more complicated with assembly and also drawings. Thanks for watching. AB Shop.